Hi, welcome on another door restoration stream, and I seem to have some weird problems, maybe with my graphics card. Like yesterday, maybe it's is it a bit too high? Okay, maybe now the volume should be better. Yesterday, after still goes into the this bar goes into the yellow. Yesterday, at the end of the stream, I said I had some problems, like my OBS seemed to freeze, but apparently it wasn't the OBS that froze. It was the entire screen, like the top monitor, because like yeah, I have OBS over here, and when I pulled it to the bottom screen, it was fine. It was completely functional, and the frozen OBS at the at the top screen was still on. Like there was still this frozen image, and then I tried to like refresh the monitor or whatever, and everything froze. So I turned off the computer. It was completely off, like the CPU fan wasn't spinning and all, and all the monitors were still on, and like they were showing the frozen image. So that's why I think it's like some issue at the GPU level, and they were like slowly turning off one by one, like on a span of I don't know, maybe 1 minute. Like this one turned off, then after I don't know 10 20 seconds another one turned off, and so on. And today, like I like when I started streaming, when I have had this starting screen, it froze again for some reason. I have no idea why. But the music was still going, so I assume the computer itself, like apart from the graphics part, it was still working. I hope that won't happen again. Yeah, I just turn it off and on again. I also, just in case, like cleaned the components, like with the compressed air, and then install some updates, like the distribution updates. So I was thinking that maybe there is some kernel update or something, but there was no kernel update. So the updating probably didn't help. But anyway, I hope it won't happen again. Everything is breaking recently. Maybe not even recently, just everything is breaking. Yesterday I had this issue with my AC, and today I was looking into it and it still doesn't work. Apparently it's F1 code, like error code, and it apparently means that there is some problem with the connection with the outdoor unit. For now I tried to just unplug it. Oh, I mean unplug it. It doesn't have a plug, but I disconnected the wires in the electrical box and just left it like that for now. And probably after the stream I will try to reconnect it and see if it helped. Because sometimes just turning something off and on again doesn't help, and it needs to be off for a longer time. It's quite insane how much this door abuses this blade. You know, it's still better than the original one, the antique one, but yeah, it's not perfect. Maybe for the next one I should convert the original iron to the scrap plane, like put some big camber. And let's see now. Okay, there is a very slight burr. And the edge, I believe, is straight. Still a bit more, I think. Okay, that's enough. Now onto this drop. Actually, let's clean that up so it doesn't rust. And I think I won't need that anymore, for now at least. Like, I will just accept the sharpness I will get. Okay, and this goes in here. Okay, this in here, and I can put away all the computer controlling equipment. Put on the apron. Okay, so the camera, first step. The second step, taking the door on the table. Oh, right. The other way around. So I guess I will just slide it. I should probably first adjust the camera and then, first put the door on the table and then adjust the camera. That would be a bit smarter. Okay, some sharpening. Now, let's try it again. Okay, it's still not frozen, so maybe it will be fine. There is also a possibility that it's some kind of a problem with power supply. It is after all 650 watts. Maybe I should. I will do that tomorrow. For tomorrow's stream, I will connect the PC to the energy meter to see what will be the peak energy usage. It would be useful to have both the information on energy usage of the PC itself and also of the whole setup. To see how much power the whole contraption draws. Okay, now this one, and clean up the corners, actually maybe with the palette knife. First with the palette knife. Okay, and now with this card scraper. Should I do the close-up on this area? Wait. So yeah, I'm about this height. Maybe I will just put the camera closer. That should have like a different angle, different field of view. Okay, now a bit more from this side. And the ad is coming in 30 seconds. Well, it says it's coming in 30 seconds, but it's always very delayed. It seems like it's very delayed. Like after those 30 seconds, it just says it's coming soon. Where do I have a lighter? Seems like some ambulance. Or maybe a fire department. And the ad is over. So now you can enjoy me watching me scraping the wood again. Maybe when I paint this, door, I should do it at the end of the stream and leave the camera on, so you can literally watch the paint dry. Okay, a bit more heat. And a bit more gas. Okay, that's enough with that. Okay, some more heat. Okay, a bit more from this side. And now, yeah, I think now I can do some sanding. Okay, I think the corners are done now. Well, actually, still a bit more work. Okay, and the main area. Okay, so that's smooth and clean mostly in the corners. Now let's go to this. Yeah, I think that is fine. Well, am I imagining it, or was it really white right now? Yeah, it was. I can see on the YouTube preview. I think the ISO is static. Yeah, ISO should be static. So weird. Just some kind of a glitch. Okay, this is fine. A bit more just in this corner. Well, next to this corner at least. And in this corner along the edge, maybe I could first use the palette knife just to scrape the bigger chunks. And now the card scraper. I was going to call this a palette knife. So this side is quite dull, and which side isn't? That is dull. That is fine. So let's put it back. Okay, so the bottom is fine. Now the edge of that bevel, of that board. Some more heat. Dziękuję. Chociaż wygląda pewnie ciekawie tylko przez pierwszą może godzinę, najwyżej. To już, który to jest dzień? 25. Zajmowania się tymi drzwiami. No nie konkretnie tymi, wszystkimi drzwiami. Te są już trzecie. No i po 25 dniach to już nie jest aż takie ciekawe. Szczególnie dla mnie. Dlatego postanowiłem, że po 4 drzwiach, 4 z 8, zrobię sobie przerwę, jakąś taką, jakiś miesiąc i się zajmę kilkoma innymi projektami. Chciałbym trochę więcej szycia zrobić. No i jeszcze jedne drzwi będę odnawiał, zanim zrobię sobie przerwę na jakieś inne projekty. I chyba pierwszym z tych innych projektów będzie Morning Code. Nie wiem nawet, czy jest jakiś odpowiednik tego po polsku. No ale będzie ubiór marynarko-podobny, powiedzmy. Bo nie mam żadnego okrycia wierzchniego obecnie. Nie mam żadnego dobrego okrycia wierzchniego. No i do tej pory się zajmowałem szyciem kamizelek, koszul, spodni, ale jeszcze nigdy nic takiego nie robiłem. Odnawianie drzwi? Nie wiem, nie robię tego zawodowo, ale nie wiem, czy to bym nazwał jako robienie hobby. No, nazwałbym to jako hobby. Robię drzwi, bo zajmuję się teraz odnawianiem drzwi, no bo to są moje drzwi i potrzebuję, żeby były odnowione. A nie będę oczywiście komuś płacił, żeby to zrobił. Tak generalnie ten kanał polega na tym, polega na tym, istotą tego kanału, powiedzmy, jest robienie wszystkiego samemu. Sam się zajmuję jakimiś stolarskimi rzeczami, sam szyję swoje ubrania. Od jakichś 5 lat szyję praktycznie wszystkie swoje ubrania. Sam robię urządzenia elektroniczne, przynajmniej tak niezbyt skomplikowane. Jakieś tam IoT i tym podobne. No i od kiedy zacząłem streamować, to wszystko to robię przed kamerą. Okay. And now it's off. Dziękuję. Więc tak, za jakieś myślę, że raczej 2 tygodnie będą jakieś inne projekty. A do tej pory, do tego czasu będę się zajmował drzwiami. Okay, now a bit more cleaning at the bottom. And the ad is coming up. So that edge is done. Now this one. And then some sanding and the panels will be done. Will be ready. Okay, now some sanding. And the ad should be running. Okay, maybe I will use a different grid and a different shape, because this is kind of a different shape. How is this one called? English names for the geometric figures are so weird sometimes. Okay, so I can put the camera away a bit. And now these parts. Just move them smooth over all of the ridges, kind of ridges that were created by the scraper. That's why I'm running across. Am I imagining it, or is the brightness not stable? Yeah, definitely isn't stable. I have no idea what's going on. Wait, let me change the ISO, like manually to some different setting. Okay, so now it is definitely manual. What is this? And I have no idea really about other settings. Maybe I should finally learn how to use the camera. Like watch some maybe YouTube course. Okay, and now this part again. And on the other side. Okay, so these edges are, well, maybe this one needs a bit more work. And actually, just this corner. Okay, let's use some heat. Some heat, and let's take off that last bit of paint. Okay, so this is done, and now I can take care of all these boards, probably with some scraping. I have no idea what's going on with that brightness. Seems like every time I look up, there is something weird going on. Okay, this is mostly done anyway. Mostly scraped. But I'm just touching over some areas. Like in here, for example. And I think it's enough to use the plane. I have to back this up quite a bit. And let's take some wax. And probably also change the frame, so my head isn't just cut off. Okay, that I think is fine. And now I'm flattening it a bit with the plane. Which will just instantly get dull because of all the knots. knots and paint and some previous wood filler. That seems to be very hard. Not really a wood consistency. Okay, so most of the charring comes off. Still, would be better not to have it in the first place. And there is a significant ridge on this side, so I won't be able to go all the way across. Okay, some more wax, just to lower the resistance. So this area will be hard because there is a significant, very big knot and a lot of paint. So not very good for the edge. Can I do it like this? I have to finally do some kind of motorized camera mount. This is terrible. There are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different knots. And it's not very sharp anymore. Soon I will probably get a call from some tool cruelty organization for how much I'm abusing this blade. Yeah, I think it's time for resharpening. Unless I could try in here. Outside of the frame, but that's just for a minute. No, that's not working. So I have to resharpen it. Let's take the stone, this drop, and a window cleaner. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm back. And what is this? Hello East Side and Maxi Robot. thank you, but I'm not really fond of doing this restoration. Mostly because it's 25th day of doing it. But you know, I still have to restore 5 more of them. Not that old. It's, I think, 60 years old, maybe. So basically new. And it's not very good. Like I've been saying the whole time that it's probably, well, no, I'm exaggerating a bit, but I feel like it's just some wood found in trash. It's not a very good quality. Has a lot of knots, and it's warped significantly in every possible way. I'm restoring them not because of some historical value or anything, but because the alternatives are either getting a cheap, very cheap new door made out of cardboard basically, or not being able to afford new solid wood doors. And I'm not very. I don't like the idea of those modern cardboard doors very much. Even though they are quite warped and not ideal in general, I think they are still better. Okay, still a bit more, or a lot more. Yeah, and this wood is very hard on the plane blade, on the blade of the plane. It's basically like planing concrete. And by the way, East Side, I was saying yesterday, I believe, yeah, definitely yesterday, that I've earned 3 cents from ad revenue, and actually no, it was just updating very slowly, and I actually earned 73 cents. So yeah, that definitely covers the electricity usage of the computer, and maybe even the AC. It's quite impressive. It's at this rate, it would be about $20 a month. From yeah, like about $20 a month from, I don't know, like about 3 people watching the ads. I didn't expect that. And yeah, from yesterday, yeah, I don't think I will get to 500. Maybe 100 is like achievable. You work directly in living room? What do you mean? Work directly in the living room. Like, are you asking if this area is a living room? This is my workshop. It's kind of an additional building connected with the garage. Yeah, this place is great. I don't have running water or any kind of restroom. For everything like that, I have to go to my house, which is like across the property. I don't know, like 20 meters away maybe. But yeah, I still have to go outside, and it's not very nice when it's, for example, it's raining. Okay, still some more grinding. Excuse me again. Okay. Or Universum versus Balcony workshop? I have no idea what that means. I am not even sure how to like pair the words. Like balcony workshop, I don't know what balcony workshop would mean. Like using your balcony as a workshop, or maybe universum versus balcony is like one phrase, some kind of I don't know TV show maybe, or some internet thing. Okay, so using balcony as a workshop. Then what does universum versus balcony workshop mean? I don't quite get that. But yeah, this is even though this doesn't have running water or anything, it's definitely better than working on a balcony. At least I'm shielded from the elements, from the weather. Weather. Okay. This place is, I think, 4 by 3 maybe meters or 4 by 4. It's kind of irregular. Like for example, this wall is at an angle, so I don't have right angles in this corner and that one. And I also have kind of part of the room kind of cut off. So this is a 6-sided shape. Work with doors on a balcony? Yeah, definitely. But at this point, you could actually work from the living room. You know, I still have to do some work in place, like restoring the door frame, because I can't just take out the door frame. It's attached to the wall. Okay, this is fine, I think. So that part, I think I will just do like the entire thing with sanding, because it's not feasible to do that with the plane. Yeah, but 500 viewers, I don't think it's feasible, because this whole category isn't that popular. So if I had 500 viewers, I would be just permanently practically permanently the biggest streamer in this category. Like when I was looking the other day, the biggest streamer had, I believe, about 50 viewers. And what is this? Makers and crafting, or something like that? Yeah, I don't remember how this category is called. Yeah, but just because some people like watching this category, it doesn't mean that it's very popular. So this back inside. I'm considering just gluing this part and this part together, because just aligning them every time is quite fiddly. So this back together. Yeah, and here, even though I have barely any viewers, I have quite a high ranking, like quite a high position, because that Twitch always shows me that in the analytics, or not even analytics, but even on the main page. And on the main page and in the dashboard. So yeah, makers and crafting. Is that how it's called? Makers and crafting. Yeah, I think it is. So in the makers and crafting, I have like I don't know, 4 viewers, and I have 50th position or whatever. And when I then play Minecraft with maybe sometimes even a bigger number of viewers, so 6 maybe instead of 4, I'm like position 1 million. Okay, that's even. So I should change the frame again with my professional professional frame changing device. Yeah, someday I will finally make this motorized camera mount. But for now I will have to just figure out how to do this the most efficient way. Okay, so this is very high. This might be 2 millimeters bridge. And it's not even all the way across. So this is flush on this side, but on this side it's a very big gap. Okay, I think I will just put the clamp on that side. A lot of shavings. It's always crazy to me how many shavings, how much volume of shavings there are. Yeah, I've been saying arm day. I've been saying that I will probably soon get a call from some tool abuse, tool cruelty organization for how much I'm abusing this blade. Because with all those knots and all the previous wood filler and all that stuff, it just gets dull instantly. Even though this is a very, very fancy iron. No, I'm not. I'm very much not good at setting up planes. Basically, I barely manage. So yeah, that should go into here. And that's not very good because I use practically exclusively antique tools. So yeah, this is kind of what I always do. Just setting up all the antique stuff, antique tools. Someday I finally have to take care of all of my tools. Well, probably not all of them. More like not all of them in one go. More like one by one. Do some streams with plane restoration. For example, this plane definitely needs some care because you know, from the outside it's quite nice, apart from this very heavy layer of dust. But yeah, from the outside it's quite nice, and the iron is more or less restored, but it has just a huge mouth. It definitely needs some work. Yeah, you can kind of see it on camera. I will have to get some hardwood. Well, I have kind of a chunk of hardwood over here, and just do this kind of mouth closing piece. You know, so I will have to cut it out in here, piece like that, and fit a new piece that would go further up to the edge, the blade. But for that I will definitely need a router plane, and they are kind of fairly expensive. I definitely couldn't afford the new one, but even the antique ones, I don't really want to spend money on an antique one, because in Poland the antiques are like that are very hard to get. You can practically always find them, but the ones that are easy to find are typically very expensive compared to the same type of planes in UK, for example. And if I were to order it from UK, then all the fees, the import fees, are quite high. So basically, I would pay the same amount in all the delivery fees as I did for the plane. So I'm thinking I will just do the Paul Seller's design of poor man's router, as he called it. So basically just a block of wood shaped in a very specific way, and a chisel, bent chisel attached to the top. But yeah, I don't think it's that good of an arm day, because it's only hard to push the plane over the surface when it's dull, and when it's dull, it's not doing much work anyway. So it's kind of pointless to plane at that point. Wait, just get a new one, way more efficient power usage than old power tools? I'm not talking about router, I'm talking about router plane. Wait, I will... so yeah, now this, am I, so, antique router, so I'm talking about something like this, not about a power router. So these are metal ones, like Stanley, and these are even more expensive. I think if I were to get a router like that, it would definitely be a wooden one. But I think I will just do Paul Sellers Poor Man's Router. Yeah, so this is basically a block of wood cut in a certain way, and the bent chisel attached to it. So this I think it will to be the best way to take care of that. Technology went backwards. It's not the ad is coming up, so I will respond to that after the ad probably, because I won't finish in 10 seconds. Probably, or maybe I would, but it's too late now. So the ad should be over now, but I'm not sure if I trust this panel, because apparently the other day Agonize had like a million ads when it's supposed to be a minute and a half. So are the ads over now? You have an ad block that works on Twitch? I never had that. Well, never. I recently didn't have that experience. Well, I usually don't get ads in general because I live in Poland, but sometimes when when there is an ad, I don't ad block doesn't work. But yeah, regarding technology, going backwards, I assume you mean about power tools. Because if this is proprietary, I'm definitely not gonna use it. I don't use proprietary tools. But I assume you meant the powered router and just maybe power tools in general regarding tool working. I don't think it's going backwards. I think it's usually the case that people just use the tools wrong, or kind of wrong. They don't use it in the most efficient way. So a lot of people get kind of obsessed about using only power tools, even though they are not always the best tool for the job. So power tools in general are usually very efficient for a lot of repeated jobs. So for example, like you are restoring the entire wooden floor, or just taking care of a lot of boards in general. Then a powered jointer, powered planer, thickness planer, they are much more efficient way of doing that job than with traditional hand tools. But if there is not a lot of repeated tasks to do, like for example, you want to make a groove in the side of the board of one board, then it's usually much easier to use something like this, because this is already set up. There is nothing to set up even. It's just ready to use. You can just put it on the board and go back and forth a couple of times, and you have a groove. And it's much cheaper, also cheaper, but much much easier and faster than setting up some machine to do it. But if you were to do it for 100 boards, then it would be probably, or then it would surely be easier or faster to set up the powered machine, electric machine. It's just the matter of kind of compromises. Like powered machines have a lot of disadvantages, like there is a lot more work in setting them up, and they are louder, they produce more dust and everything like that. But they are more they are faster when they are set up, and they are easier to use in that situation. So there is kind of a balance. You have to consider what job you are doing when choosing either a power tool or a hand tool. Unless you don't have power tools, then you kind of don't have a choice. You just have to use the tool you have. Or for example, the block planes are a very good example. Like a lot of cabinet makers, carpenters, or other jobs like that, even though they use practically exclusively power tools, they still often have block plane like that, because it's just undeniably more comfortable, more efficient, and just easier to do some touch-ups with a block plane like that. So, for example, when you are making a drawer and you are installing a drawer or some other kind of pieces of furniture, and in a kitchen, for example. So you're making cabinets for a kitchen, and the drawer doesn't quite fit. Then it's much easier to just plane it in the correct spots a bit with a block plane like that, than setting up some kind of a power tool. But yeah, and with AdBlock, I just basically don't care that much. Don't care that much about ads on Twitch, because I barely ever see them. How many ads you get, it's dependent on your location. And I don't even know how that works, because like surely Polish streamers probably make some kind of ad revenue on Twitch. Yeah, I assume that all the Polish streamers get some ad revenue, but I don't practically ever see ads. Like maybe once a month I will see some ad, and it's definitely because of geographical reasons. So I'm not sure how that works. If there is some correlation. Yeah, with YouTube. With YouTube, the uBlock origin works without any problem, and with YouTube there is also an option to run the videos in MPV, and that is more preferable option most of the time, because there are more tools, more options, control options. Like for example, when you are watching watching a YouTube video in MPV, then you can just choose whatever speed you want, and just in basic YouTube interface, you are limited to those set speeds. Like I believe the biggest speed on YouTube is 2x, and sometimes it's too slow. Like I often, maybe even usually, watch YouTube videos at 2x, and it would be sometimes nice to have even bigger speed. But yeah, I was talking about ads on Twitch, and I practically don't ever see ads on Twitch, and this is definitely because of geographical reasons, because of the fact that I live in Poland. But I'm not sure how that works, because surely the Polish streamers get some money from ad revenue, and when Polish viewers are watching them, they surely get ads. So I don't know if there is some connection between where the streamer streams and what kind of ads, who gets the ads, or maybe it's because of the language. Like maybe the stream language determines who sees what ads. I have no idea how that works. But yeah, Agonize, did I greet you? I forgot. I definitely looked at your message, but I was talking about ads, and I don't remember if I responded to you. But anyway, hello. I'm sorry. I just got kind of distracted. So hello, Agonize. Yeah, I do feel better. Well, yesterday I also felt better. So today it's practically good as a normal day. But yeah, I was saying that yesterday I believe that I've earned 3 cents from ads, and apparently it's not the case. The interface is just updating really slowly, and I didn't earn 3 cents. I've earned 73 cents, so that's quite kind of crazy. I have basically, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 people watching the ads, and I get almost $1 from a stream. Yeah, that's quite unbelievable. So that's gonna be almost $20 a month. So that's definitely gonna cover the computer energy usage, and maybe even the AC. I really didn't expect that it's gonna make this much money. And I'm wondering now how does it work? Does it grow like linearly? So for example, if I get 2 times more viewers, then I get 2 times more more ad revenue? If so, then how much money do like big streamers get? Like for example, someone has 8,000 viewers. Like probably Ko, for example, I've seen that he has usually about 8,000. So how much money does he make from ads? Yeah, definitely a lot. Yeah, I've read something about this, like in all the settings in the dashboard and stuff. There was something mentioned about plus points or something like that, and when you get enough of these points, I don't know, I'm not sure how you get them, like from subs or from bits maybe, or whatever, just from getting money, I assume. When you get enough enough these points per month, then you get a different cut, and there are apparently 3 levels. So if you qualify with those points per month to a certain range, then you get that specific cut. So for example, now I have, I believe, 55% of 55% cut, and if I got those points, certain amount of points per month, then I would have 60-40, I believe. The music track, it's this is Pretzel, and it's a station, or they call this station, it's kind of like a playlist called Just Classical. It's not that well curated. It's not that well curated because sometimes there is a very weird music, like definitely not classical, but it's not coming up that often. $60-40 for affiliates and $70-30 for partners. Yeah, it's a Japanese track, probably will come up someday, because I believe it says that it's like 700. Yes, classic door, classical music. 700 hours of music in this playlist, I think. Now I'm second guessing myself. Or maybe it was 70? I don't know. But anyway, no, it definitely would be like more like 7,700. But anyway, it will come up probably someday again. It's 60 affiliates and partners. And where is that information from? Like from what time? Because apparently Twitch has been changing this kind of stuff fairly recently. I believe somewhere in this month, beginning of this month, the requirements for the affiliates changed. So maybe other kinds of the percent cut also changed. Wood is definitely not oak. It's some kind of what is the word for you know, softwood, like the wood for with needles instead of leaves. I don't know, it's a complicated word, but yeah, it's definitely a softwood. Like at least, well, not really soft, like in terms of just wood properties, but you know, in terms of wood tree species. It's a softwood. It has a lot of resin oozing out of all these nuts, and yeah, it's not a very good wood. Pin? You mean pine? I don't know if it's pine. It's probably not pine, or maybe. I have no idea what wood is this, but definitely a softwood. Like pine, I think would be a bit lighter, and also pine. I think pine would dent more easily. No, not oak. Definitely not oak. And the I don't think oak is very common in here. What's common in different places depends on geographics. And I'm not very good at identifying wood. So I won't tell you definitely what kind of wood is that. I only know that I'm only pretty sure that it's now I have to check how this is called in English. I remember that it was some complicated word. Coniferous tree, or something like that. I believe that's how it's pronounced. So yeah, with the tree with needles. But yeah, back to the revenue cut. Yeah, I know that that some streamers, when they are very big, they can have no. I believe corniferous, or I already forgot that word, but I think that means just tree with needles in general, not specifically pine, because pine is a specific species of a tree, and there are many trees in that family, I guess, or maybe it's not a family, in that group. in that type. But yeah, I got distracted again. Yeah, I know that some streamers, when they are really big, they can get some kind of personalized cut, like some specific deal with Twitch just for them. So they have different revenue cuts. But also just for like everyone, I've seen this page. Like it was telling me about this in my what is this activity feed that I didn't set what Polish name for the coniferous wood. It's just drzewo iglaste. So the trees with leaves are drzewo liściaste, and with spikes with needles are iglaste. Igła means a needle. So yeah, it was monetization. I have no idea where would that be. But in this activity feed, it was bugging me that you didn't set up the goal for some plus points or whatever, and they apparently give you the bigger cut in ad revenue. Revenue share for ad. No, that's not it. Or word terms, no. Tutorial, watch tutorial at length. Yeah, I have no idea where would that be. Streamer survey, sponsorships, subscriptions, community? No. Affiliate? No. Yeah, I have no idea how to find that. Maybe in here? Points? Channel points? Plus program. Oh, that was it. So, there are apparently... Oh, 2 levels. I thought it was 3 levels. And when you get enough points, you qualify for a different cut. So at level 1 it's 60-40, and for that you have to have 100 points, and at level 2 it's 70-30. Oh, it's ad is going on, so I guess you don't see that. So ads should be over now, hopefully. So there is apparently something called Plus program, and you get when you get 100 of these Plus points per month, then you get 60-40 cat, and when you get 300 points, then you get level 2, and it's 70-30. And it's apparently to qualify after yeah, apparently it's for both affiliates and partners. So so that shouldn't make a difference now. But I guess that that partners will naturally qualify for this bigger cut, for these 30 points, because they have larger viewership, so they are probably getting more points. But yeah, apparently that's what decides about. That's what decides about the revenue cut. Right now, at least. And beach is... wait, I have to check what beach is, because I heard that name of a tree many times, but I'm not really an expert. So 2E CH, and this is book. No, I don't think that's beach. Beach wouldn't, I think, wouldn't have this amount of sap, of resin. Is it called sap? No, I think I'm messing the terms. So yeah, I believe it's a resin. I think beach wouldn't have that much resin, or maybe even any resin. And there was quite a lot of resin oozing out of all these nuts. So that's, I believe, the quality of coniferous. I forgot that word again. Coniferous trees. Oh, it is called sap. So yeah, there was stuff oozing out out of these nuts. and I think it's typical of the spiky trees. My object that we typically don't talk about on the stream is made out of beech, and that's well, I think it was kind of similar in terms of color before I finished it with shellac, but I still don't think it's the same wood. I've been saying that this is probably just some cheap wood found in just on the side of the road. Like, well, it was just laying somewhere, and they took it, made doors out of them. There were a lot of stories like that with building houses during the Soviet era in Poland. Like, people were building walls out of bricks that they found somewhere in the forest. Oh, so like, oh, there is some abandoned building, so I will just take some of those bricks and get them home on my bicycle. A lot of times you just there was just nothing available. Even if you could afford some materials, there you just couldn't buy them anywhere. And you often hear this story. I think it's even kind of typical. It became kind of a Polish culture. Well, kind of Polish jokes that people were often just stealing stuff from some factories they were working at to have those materials, for example. I believe that first wait, is that called? You know, these ceramic plates that you put on the walls. I've seen and I heard that word many times because I was often watching renovation videos on YouTube, but I don't remember it right now. But you know, those ceramic plates you put on the walls. Like these ones over there. So I believe that first set of these plates and in my grandmother's kitchen was actually stolen from a factory like that. Like some uncle, like my grandmother and grandfather, they just couldn't get any materials. They weren't available, so some kind of uncle just brought them from a factory he was working at, like in a backpack. He was just taking 2 or 3 of them each day. And yeah, right now we have jokes that you don't say stole, you say got from work. It's kind of a euphemism. Like, yeah, you just get something from work. Of course, nowadays it's not that common. It's not typical to get stuff from work because we are not under communist government anymore, and we don't have that big of a problem with getting all the supplies, all the materials. Well, on the other hand, it's nowadays it's hard to get the quality stuff because even though you can find a lot of just stuff in general in shops, it's always just complete garbage, like the cheapest materials you can imagine. But yeah, apparently the people generally prefer quantity over quality. Wood doesn't grow like it used to. Wood grows. Wood needs a lot of time to grow, so the old wood that we had already cut down, it's not there anymore. So now it's kind of an issue in that regard. That you can't really make a new 300-year-old tree. You have to actually wait 300 years. And it's especially an issue with, for example, boxwood, because boxwood is very, very good for especially these kind of antique wooden tools. They often had pieces of boxwood, like in here, for example. In here there is a strip of boxwood because it's super hard and barely wears down. But the problem is that, that's the reason why it wears down. So why it doesn't wear down? Why is it so hard to wear it down? Is because it grows really, really, really slowly. So the problem with that is that we cut down most of old boxwood, and we don't have any new old boxwood anymore. So we're not gonna make furniture out of boxwood anymore. The only thing we can afford as a society, as a humanity, I guess, in general, is just some pieces of boxwood, like this strip in there. And for something bigger pieces, bigger boards of boxwood, I guess we will have to wait couple of 100 years. But what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, wood doesn't grow. It's not even the problem that it's just not available in general. It's you can still get a lot of reasonable quality wood, depending on the species, but it's hard to get because there aren't a lot of places that produce stuff like that. Like if everyone is getting just the cheapest door possible, then there aren't any. Well, there aren't any. There aren't a lot of carpenters, I guess. Is the carpenter the one who makes stuff like that, like doors? So yeah, I guess there aren't any door makers in like on every corner in the city. But stuff like that is still reasonably available. What's going on with this brightness? Like the camera is just randomly getting very bright. Maybe I will have to look into the settings, because I don't believe it's an issue with the ISO, because it's set to manual again. Yeah, I will have to watch some kind of tutorial YouTube course on how to use cameras. Now it's even worse. Like before, I think it was kind of less frequent. Exposure compensation? That sounds kind of like something I would be interested in, but it's set to manual, to 0. How about this this F number? F stop, I believe I heard something like this, and it's apparently something to do with light. I definitely have to take some kind of a course on photography. because I don't have any idea what any of those settings mean. Also, there is an option that I could try doing this. Okay. Maybe now it will be different. Like I turned it off and on again. So yeah, I don't think I was. I think it's still doing that. Like just randomly changing the brightness of the scene. I don't think it was doing that before, and I didn't touch the settings. Large tree. I don't think I've ever heard of that. What is a large tree? We are large. Modrzew. Oh. Yeah, Modrzew is, I believe, yeah, it is what I thought. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have any kind of wood identification skills or knowledge, so I would be just guessing. The only thing I'm reasonably sure about, but not entirely sure about, it's that it's corniferous. It's the spiky tree. Yeah, I'm just always forgetting that word. Corniferous? But what was I talking about earlier? About the quality of things you can get. So it's not that big of an issue with wood. It's kind of reasonable in this regard. You can still it's still harder definitely than any. It's harder to find someone who makes solid wood furniture than ones made from any kinds of particle boards. But it's practically impossible to find a good tailor in Poland. So yeah, if you want a good jacket, for example, good suit in Poland, it's barely achievable. There are maybe, I would guess, 5 tailors in Poland. About 5. Like in my part of the country, in my quarter, I guess, I know of only one reasonable tailor, like the one that has reasonable quality work. So yeah, that's definitely something that's very, very hard to get. And that's why I went into tailoring, because I either I both couldn't afford a good tailor and didn't really want to go, like travel to a different city just to get the jacket. What area I live? I live in province, I guess, would be the equivalent. In province Kujawsko-Pomorskie of Poland. So it's kind of northwest, northwest of the center, kind of the middle, towards west. And yeah, we don't have any good tailors over here. And in my city, definitely there aren't any tailors that could make any sort of reasonable work. And even in the entire Kujawsko-Pomorskie, there aren't any. I'm fairly sure about this. And it's mostly because of the communism, of the Soviet era. Like I've read an interview with one of these old-time craftsmen, and he was saying that the issue with availability of craftsmanship in Poland started around the Soviet era, because they were very much against any sort of private ownership of any kind of business. So if you had your own shop, no, Pomorskie is above mine. I'm one below. So yeah, ad is coming up, starting soon. So I will finish after that. Yeah, Kujawsko-Pomorskie and Bydgoszcz is the kind of a capital city of that our province, I guess. Kind of, because we sort of have two of them, and they fight over the title. Now I want to check it. Like, how would they call it on Wikipedia, for example? Poland, Wikipedia. Are they their provinces? So the Wikipedia calls them just voivodeships. Voivodeships, yeah. So yeah, the ads should be over now. And apparently Wikipedia calls those region voivodeships. I'm not even sure how to pronounce that. It's kind of similar to the way we call them. So we call those regions województwo, and yeah, in English I guess voivodeships. So yeah, Kujawsko-Pomorskie is my voivodeship. But anyway, I was talking about the all the craftsmen businesses in Soviet era. So there was this interview, and this guy, like he was, I don't know, like 90 years old, and he was saying that during the Soviet era, they were really against any kind of private ownership of businesses. So if you had, for example, a cobbler's shop or a tailoring shop, you were a private tailor, you would get just so many like fines and fees and everything, and taxes, and you know, you didn't get. You just lost one receipt or whatever, and you get just an enormous fine for that. So because of that, this kind of business, this artisan business, was not very profitable, and nobody wanted to go in that direction. Like the young people didn't want to learn how to become tailors and cobblers and all these other kinds of craftsmen. So now all the old craftsmen, well, most of them just died, or they are at least retired, and we don't have any new ones. So because of that, it's kind of an issue now to find a good craftsman, a good tailor, good cobbler, good anyone. Yeah, and it's so sad because Poland was kind of famous for its supreme craftsmanship. Like I remember another interview with some cobbler from UK, and he was describing how he went to Poland to get his apprenticeship, and he was getting taught by a Polish master cobbler, and he was also he was also describing one example of that apprenticeship. That you know, when you're sewing on the soles, you have to get a kind of correct amount of a thread. You can get more, but then you would be wasting it. So he asked his master what is the correct amount of thread to put on a sole, and this master responded that it's about the size of a kitchen, about a length of a kitchen. So now when he is teaching shoemaking in England, I believe, he always says that the correct length of this thread is average size of Polish average length of Polish kitchen. So that's a very nice unit of measurement, very precise, and definitely tells a lot to their students, to his students. I'm sure that everyone in England everyone in UK knows what is the length of average Polish kitchen. Actually, I don't even know what is the length of an average Polish kitchen. I've seen a lot of different kitchens in a lot of different shapes and sizes. Okay, so that's enough, I guess. Now I could turn it around. Turn it around and take care of the other side. And also, I guess I will need to sharpen the plane again, because that will need some planing. Maybe Kievan Russian knight Sviatopolk killed and burned. Yeah, I have no idea about any of that. Sviatopolk. Sviatopolk. Russian nice. No, it doesn't tell me anything. Doesn't ring a bell. So maybe it's because it's written in an unfamiliar way. Yeah, I don't think I actually learned much about local history. Like in schools, on history lessons, we don't really learn about local stuff, just Polish history in general. So it's mostly only about more significant places, I guess, like significant battles and stuff. And I'm also not that interested in that kind of stuff in general, like all the battles and stuff. Just I would call it political history, I guess. I'm very interested in everyday life of people in the past. So, for example, I can just listen whole day to someone describing what techniques some craftsmen used in the past. So I don't know, like a blacksmith. What techniques blacksmiths used in the past to make something, or what did people wear, or how they prepared their food and other stuff like that. But I'm not really interested in political history. So memorizing who fought who. Like who fought with who on what date and for what reason. Yeah, so it's basically just just memorizing bunch of facts like, oh, this guy led this army consisting of however many knights or some other kind of military people. So however many knights on this day against this other guy. I don't find that particularly interesting. So partially kind of political and partially military history. Oh wait, I was supposed to first take off the burr from this side. Is my hair sticking out? I have to look presentable in front of the camera. Yeah, it is. There are a lot of statues of Copernic and Torun, and also in different cities even, but in Torun especially. And he usually is portrayed in all those statues with the spherical astrolabe. Yeah, this is how it's called, astrolabe. So this kind of concentric rings in different angles. It looks kind of cool. I always wanted one, but they are quite expensive. So yeah, that's Torun, and it's the second city that's competing, fighting with Bydgoszcz for the title of how voivodeship capital. So yeah, I'm not even sure, even though I live in here, in this region, I'm not even sure which one is the actual official capital. I think there is something weird in here with this. I think there is something weird with this. Like the one of them has some sort of official office, bureau or whatever, some government building, and the other one is technically the one that's recognized as the capital. So yeah, it's. I think it's the only case in the country where these two things are in different cities. But yeah, old days, Teutonic Order, in the old days of the voivodeship. Yeah, territories in Poland in the past are very complicated because there were so many wars, so many like wars and different kinds of attacks. So our borders were just constantly changing. Hard to keep track of. So yeah, if you are not a historian, you basically have no idea about this kind of thing. Like what were the different borders, the different territories in the past. It's like, oh, this year the borders were like this, and the following year they were like this, and another following year they were even different. A complete mess. I wonder what people, like normal people, thought about this in this time period. Like, yeah, someone is coming up to them and oh, we got invaded. Oh, again, who is it this time? We just got invaded last Monday. But yeah, I see it's past 16 or 4 p.m. if you prefer. So I should be probably ending this as usual and get onto some Minecraft, modded Minecraft. Yeah, so apparently I didn't manage to put on the wood filler today. That's definitely gonna be tomorrow. It's almost finished. Okay, that's fine. And that's got a bit misaligned when I was screwing in the screw. Okay, again. Okay, this should be fine. Now back into the plane. back into the plane, the lever cap. And now let's adjust it. Okay, so that's ready for tomorrow, and I can put that away, and that. It is quite kind of cumbersome to deal with a big object like that. Okay, now it's done. And let's sweep it. The Battle of Grunwald wasn't far from your place? What? Wait, now I'm confused. I thought that Grunwald was very far to the south. Like I was in Grunwald, but as you know, a school trip or whatever. But I don't think it's very close. Oh no, I guess my brain is just not very good at this sort of thing. Apparently Grunwald is actually, in fact, pretty close. Yeah, wait. Maps, Google Maps, Grunwald. So yeah, it is close, I'm just stupid. I always thought that it's like very far to the south. I don't know why. Especially considering that I actually went there. So yeah, not very good at geography. Okay, the ad break is coming up, so perfect, because I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go on a short break over to my house to wash my hands, because in here I of course don't have running water. Someday I will finally fix that pipe, but that's not today. And probably not any day soon. Okay, so the ad is coming up. And in that case, be right back.